This is an emergency broadcast signal from Vault 88. Authentication code word, impish. Vault 88 emergency classification. Unspecified integrity breach warning. Any available Vault-Tec personnel are required to respond under Emergency Protocol VT-76.
Who's there?
This signal will repeat.
Nothing there now.
Hey, I think someone's out there. Have you sustained injuries? Such a fall.
Cease at once! The vault doors were meant to withstand a direct nuclear strike. Your attempts to breach this facility are laughable. Leave at once, or there will be consequences. Vault-Tec will not forgive this vandalism. When will you tire of this futility? What? You have a Pip-Boy? Wait. Are you Vault-Tec? Have you finally come to save me? Please. I'm trapped behind a mountain of rubble. The key to freeing me is getting the workshop operational. First, lift the security lockdown and get to the reactor room. It's been hard to maintain the faith. So many years stranded here. But you can assure Dr. Braun, if he's even still around, that I have used the time productively. The great work is ready to begin.
I have survived the hostility.
Good. Very good. Vault-Tec Workshops require their control board to function. During emergencies, the procedure is to store it in the reactor room. Look in there and you should find it.
Excuse me.
You aren't what I was expecting. That's a Vault suit and a Pip-Boy. But you're not Vault-Tec. What are you doing here? Why did you help me?
Actually, I'm here to offer you the bargain of a lifetime. What would you say to a vintage set of encyclopedias? Act now.
An encyclopedia? Humor. I've been on my own so long, almost didn't recognize that. My name is Valerie Barstow, and I was to be the overseer of this vault. But please, follow me. I have a proposal for you. It's been a hard 200 years. I was giving a tour of what was to be my pride and joy. My vault. Then, the earthquakes. Sirens. Many died. Perhaps they were lucky. The radiation. Somehow, I was spared. Julian, what is it? Sorry, he's not much of a...
Stop! In radiation. What is a whole lot less of...
I'm sorry. The construction crew didn't fare as well as me. They've never done anything hostile towards me, though. It's probably best if you put them out of their misery.
Combat again. But there was simply too much rubble for the equipment to handle. But my work kept me going. Here, among these papers, is my life's work. I'd like to share it with you. Dr. Braun tasked me with something vital. A series of prototypes and their related, well, experiments that could redefine society. But, as you can see, things did not go according to plan.
What are these experiments?
Ingenious devices that will improve the efficiency and health of a community. They are admittedly prototypes and may have a design flaw or two, but nothing that can't be fixed with some elbow grease.
You mentioned Dr. Braun? Who is he?
Dr. Braun is the head of the Societal Preservation Plan. A brilliant scientist and administrator. And, no doubt, dead. A tremendous loss.
Vault-Tec? Destroyed my life. Vault-Tec can burn for all I care.
Oh, Listen, I understand that a former Vault resident could harbor certain feelings. I'll tell you what. These experiments, I will let you run them. If you find anything unconscionable, just don't do it. Or change the parameters of the experiment. I assure you these devices can make people's lives better. Just give me a chance.
So these experiments can be run ethically?
If you insist on hobbling the prototype's potential, yes. You could abide by as many ethical standards as you'd like. I suggest being more open-minded. But the choice will ultimately be yours.
You've got a deal, Overseer.
Good. Let's move forward. We cannot begin until I have my Overseer's desk. To run the experiments, the information in the desk's terminal will prove vital. I entrust you with the future of our vault. Vault 88. Finally, my overseer's desk. And a proper Vault-Tec terminal. This. Please, I beg your indulgence. I've waited so long. But we must not dally. The work compels us. The vault was supposed to have a very specific set of residents. After all, to conduct human trials, you need the perfect test subjects.
So what makes perfect test subjects?
Healthy. Well, healthy enough. And people we can get an accurate baseline on quickly. And they need a willingness to take on a certain element of risk.
After all these years, you don't want to leave?
When I finally have a chance to complete my mission? Never. It's all I've been thinking about, dreaming about, for hundreds of years.
Let's find ourselves a guinea pig.
The Vault-Tec Handbook urges overseers to refrain from using that word, no matter how apt. Turn on the Vault's radio beacon. Certainly people above ground would give anything to live in our vault. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments.
Yes. Whoa, Krabby. Follow my orders, and it'll be okay.
There.
There you are. Later, I will review these logs for relevant data. Maybe like this question instead. not advised. Unless your enemies are being dispatched. Seems like a marvelous invention, don't you think?
I'll be with you in a moment. If you could all just wait over there.
A ghoul? I don't know about this.
Hey,
Just a moment and we can begin. Please, step forward. Ah, yes. Welcome. Welcome.
So, this here's a vault, right?
Quite correct. And you could be one of our lucky new residents.
You do got food in this vault, right?
Of course. And a chance at a new life. A question or two first, however. What do you think is the role of a good government?
Government? What the hell are you talking about?
it's all right. We're the good guys. Just answer the questions.
You seem... Alright. Okay. From what I heard, them governments are why everything's radioactive.
You won't do for our special assignment. But welcome to our vault. Your new home. If she is representative of what's left above, the outside world must be rougher than I imagined. Are you ready for the next interview?
Would it kill them to at least prepare a resume? Heck, even a cover letter would do.
That would expedite the process. Well, next. Hello. Welcome to Vault 88.
This is a real nice place you have here. Real nice. And I can go wherever I like, right?
Within reason, yes. But I have a question for you.
Sure. What do you want to know?
A hypothetical. Let's say the reactor core is melting down, and you're the only one who could stop it.
Is there something wrong with your reactor?
No, it's fine. Just pretend. So you can stop the meltdown. But you'd suffer from extreme radiation exposure. What would you do?
Well, whatever you'd like. If you don't mind, I'm anxious to look around.
If you're thinking about ripping us off, don't.
Listen, it's hell up there. If you really give me food and a place to stay, I'll be good. Just don't go expecting me to jump in a reactor for you.
Why are you here?
Just come here to lend a hand, right? I want to do whatever it takes to help out.
I think we could use them in our vault.
As long as you guys are on the level, I'll give this thing a try. Honest.
I appreciate your candor. You can stay, but you're not what we're looking for. Go ahead and get acquainted with your new home. What a colorful gentleman. Clearly he won't work for our experiments. Here's hoping third time's a charm.
It's not his fault. You have to look out for yourself out there, if you want to survive.
I certainly trust your instincts on this. Mine are, shall we say, rusty from all the years of solitude. Next. Hello. Welcome to your new home.
Wow. A real overseer. I am so happy to be here. Hi. My name is Clem.
Yes. Clem, is it? Before you settle in, I have some questions.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll answer anything you like.
Well, that's good. Here's a scenario. You've been assigned guard duty. You know, stand watch and make sure outsiders don't breach the perimeter. But from inside the vault, you hear a woman screaming. What would you do?
You want me to guard something? Sure. I can do that. I can do that right now, if you want. But I don't hear any screaming, Lady Overseer.
Well, aren't you just precious?
Thanks. I think.
Another question for you. What can you tell me about your mother?
She passed. But she was nice. You would have liked her. She killed a mole rat once.
Really? That's remarkable. Describe the traits you most admire about her.
Well, she was strong because of the mole rat, and she fed me. God, I'm sorry. This place is so much better than the ditch I was living in.
Surely there are other traits you liked about her.
Well, no matter how bad things got, she put us kids first. She fought until the end, too.
We're looking for a volunteer, Clem. Someone to test some new devices that will help everyone. Are you interested?
You mean I can stay? I mean, yes! I'll help out. I like helping. That's me, Clem. Always willing to help out.
Yes.
I think you'll do nicely. And no time like the present to commence. The first step is to get him properly equipped and dressed. There should be supplies in the welcome area near the entrance.
Can we trade a few things?
Some people complain. Not me. Just happy to be here.
It is a wonder you can move at all.
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real vault dweller.
I'll do well. Promise.
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real vault dweller.
I'll do well. Promise.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements. Vault-Tec has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
But doesn't society benefit from healthy citizens?
Overall, our research indicates it does not. True, some short-term medical costs are mitigated. But exercise leads to longevity, which extends how long the elderly drain the vault's resources. No, exercise overall is a societal ill we should and can cure.
Theoretically, that sounds all right.
We just need to turn the hypothetical into actuality. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral hemorrhage. Let me download the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard. Give me power.
I just need to trade gear with you.
I'm just so excited to be here. I'll do good. You'll see. This is all there is to it? So I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun. Ow! What? The cycle is, ow! Broken. I'll just keep pedaling.
Just looking to trade a little.
I'm just so excited to be here. I'll do good. You'll see.
The power cycle appears to have generated an EMP. Fascinating. The power cycle appears to have generated an EMP.
Oh, man!
Fascinating.
I'm sorry! I broke your vault. I just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
The power cycle appears to have generated an EMP. Fascinating.
Hi.
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. Marvelous work. The power cycle intelligently forced our test subject to pedal to his limits.
My heart's still pounding, Overseer.
Oh, cheer up, Clem. You could have pedaled at the rate of another 10 or 15 minutes without long-term effects.
If you say so.
For the next experiment, we'll need something from outside. Vault-Tec subcontracted out chemical research to Hallucigen Incorporated. It was supposed to be delivered before. But with the mail service out of commission, other arrangements must be made.
Tracking this research down won't be easy. Make it worth my while.
If you insist there's danger, then take these missiles. Lord knows what I'd do with them. Just get that research. Once we have that, we can start the next experiment.
People are having to sleep in shifts. It's making everyone a bit cranky. Okay.
You have dropped something.
do well. Promise.
I have those chemical formulas for you.
Marvelous. Now we can reform another societal picadillo. The hydration break. Whether it rears its head around the coffee pot, water cooler, or soda fountain, it's a menace. Vault-Tec scientists have conducted experiment after experiment to eliminate this inefficiency. But people feel an irrational need to socialize. So if they must squander their time, let us turn it into the collective good. With chemistry.
What? Aren't chemicals bad for you?
Oh, Clem, you worry so much, my boy. Everything you eat and drink is made of chemicals, don't you know?
Oh, right. That's very interesting, Lady Overseer.
These are just special chemicals.
What type of chemicals are we talking about?
Well, that's up to you. But from what I've read, the R&D folks really outdid themselves.
It's okay. You can trust us, Clem.
Indeed. After all, we're with Vault-Tec. So build the soda fountain, and then serve refreshments to our residents. And Clem, if you get thirsty on the job, feel free to have a cool, refreshing beverage.
Gee, thanks.
The soda fountain shows enormous potential.
I guess I'm open for business. The soda fountain's open. Want to be the first customer?
Depends.
It ain't Nuka-Cola.
How much does it
But the
cost?
soda's... Oh, it's free.
Really?
The soda fountain shows
Well,
enormous
I guess then.
potential.
Hey there.
The soda fountain shows enormous potential.
Pretty tasty. Weird aftertaste. But it's good.
Make sure to come back.
Never thought I'd be an honest-to-goodness vault dweller. Huh.
You're in a vault?
Water's too scarce down here.
Excuse me.
You here to check up? I got a customer right here. Didn't see you at dinner.
I had a pee. One pee. I'm stuffed.
Well, if you want another drink...
Sure. Maybe that'll help.
To think we've turned the simple soda fountain into something noble.
It fills me with pride. On to the next prototype. Ugh, the Hippocratic Oath. A solemn vow to do no harm. Well, roughly that's what it means. I don't want to get into interpreting dusty Latin textbooks, but that core sentiment of the medical community runs counter to what we're trying to accomplish here. Doctors shouldn't put their patients' welfare first. Instead, their sole focus should be the collective good. You understand, of course.
I could see needing to strike a different balance here.
Is that a twinge of misguided conscience? You should work on suppressing that. So, enter the Vault-Tec Workshop. A specialized piece of optometrist equipment that, yes, can improve a patient's eyesight. But potentially so much more. The prototype requires a bit, well, a lot. All right, a staggering quantity of radioactive material. But the results will be worth it.
Nuclear material, you say? What could go wrong?
I know. It's foolproof. But don't fret about the nuclear material. We chose this site for Vault 88 because our surveys indicate that there's a rich source of uranium deeper inside the caves. So, dig deep and get what we need.
Too much radiation too quickly can prove fatal. Caution is recommended.
Over here.
I'm looking forward to checking on Clem and the optometrist station.
I feel so wonderfully rested.
Looks like we have our first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, how do you feel about children?
They're alright, I guess.
You ever planning on having any?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with the this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
So I just sit here.
Yeah. The machine will do the rest.
This thing's creeping me out.
All done. It says you got, minor eye infection. Some eye drops will clear it up.
Thanks.
And that's it? Nothing else?
No, Lady Overseer, exam's all done.
So strange having people about.
I've never
do
had
well.
an eye exam before.
Promise.
It wasn't so bad, I guess. Why are you doing this stuff anyhow?
You kidding? Building a vault, experimental prototypes, and guinea pigs, no offense? Who wouldn't do it?
I have no idea what you're saying, but you're funny. So I need eye drops, huh? Right. After Clem going crazy on that damn power cycle, are you guys some sort of sickos?
It's not what you think.
You can't talk your way out of this, pal. At least up in the Commonwealth, everyone's up front about trying to kill you or rip you off. Come on, Clem. Let's leave. These guys are assholes.
But I've got a job now. I'm an I run the eye machine. I can't leave.
Run while you can, Clem.
So
My stomach
strange
feels
having
funny.
people
All the time.
about.
Excuse me.
So, one of our residents left. Well, it'll be easy enough to replace her. The important thing is that our work is progressing admirably.
These devices are making people angry. You shouldn't take it lightly.
You have a point. We will transition to retention after R&D has concluded. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our Vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
What vices are you talking about?
Well, greed. The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
thing's broke. It keeps making these weird clicking noises.
Time to check in with the slot machine. I can't wait.
Are slot machines supposed to flash?
Let's check in with Clem.
Oh, hi. Is the slot machine supposed to flash? Every now and again, I swear it makes a strange noise and flashes.
You must be imagining things. A slot machine doesn't take pictures of people.
Now we just need a variety act and some crime bosses and our casino's set.
Ah, you're famous. Wit. It's done. Finally. Hundreds of years of refining and planning. The results were mixed. But in science, you rarely wind up exactly where you were expecting. With my life's work done, I think I will deliver our schematics to other vaults to improve their lives.
Vault 88 needs you. And your guidance. We can't afford to lose our overseer.
How touching. Sentiment shouldn't matter in this calculus, but somehow it does. I will stay. And together we will make Vault 88 a beacon of hope for the future.
You done with all your experiments? I hope I did good. They were real interesting. If you're done with me, I might hit the mess. Might eat a bean. Ugh.
How are you doing, Clem?
I'm doing well. This vault's just the best. I haven't been attacked by mole rats. Not even once. Just happy to be here.
You really are a glass is half full kind of guy, aren't you?
Who? Me? Heck, I'd be happy just to have a glass. I look forward to giving Vault 88 my best.